Alright guys, so I'm taking a look at a phone case today. It's made for the Galaxy Note 9, and it is a little bit weird that this is a case that is waterproof for a phone that is waterproof. But it makes sense to me, at least, because of the fact that if I were going to a place that's either going to be very dusty, like I've been out to the desert before, and you can reach in your pocket and pull out dust. You don't know how it got there. So, I mean, any situation like that where you're going to have like baby fine powder dust and everything, you might want to protect your case, your phone with a case. And if you're going to be near water, then, you know, the phone is waterproof, but maybe it's just like really salty water and you just don't want to take any chances at all. This would be a good idea. So let me show you what is included with it real quick. Show you the case and everything, but there's the packaging. And the cool thing about this is you don't have to worry about wireless charging. You still have wireless charging. You can actually still see the phone through the case because the majority of the case is just see-through, and it basically gives you the outline, the border, as far as the protection goes. So we'll get into that in just a moment. You do get, you know, this little piece here that talks about basically checking the case for leaks. Now, because the phone's waterproof, I'm not really worried about the fact that this thing says, you know, you should check the case for leaks. If you drop it or, you know, get any kind of abrasion, scratches, damages, you should check it for water. That makes sense, and yeah, you should probably do that. But for a phone that's waterproof, I'm not overly concerned. But again, for a $1,000 or more phone, you don't want to take any chances. So if you don't want to worry about, you know, water and dust and dirt and things like that, and you just want the best possible protection, you might want to fully enclose your phone. Okay, so you have a little user manual, talks about, you know, putting the phone into the case and everything. It's pretty straightforward, but you might want to look at that. And then this is the happy, not happy card. So basically, thank you for your purchase. If you have any problems, contact us. And if you're happy, you know, leave a review, get in touch. You know, there's like social media type. I'm sure it's just all the standard stuff that you see with most, so no big deal there. One kind of cool thing, and I'm not going to use it right now, but maybe I will in the future. This is not my primary, this is not going to be, never was intended to be, and is not my primary case. This is just in the event that I'm in a situation, as I stated before, that requires me to have like basically 360-degree protection, okay? It doesn't affect the functionality as far as the stylus and everything, or, you know, the touch sensitivity and all, but the phone does have settings to change that so that you can make it more sensitive. If you're not familiar with the phone, there's just, you know, that's an option, so that helps as well. And then, you know, on the back you've got your fingerprint and your cameras and all that, all protected, and of course, you know, that's readable through the actual plastic. But it comes with this little kickstand, and if I can pop it open, so you can actually, you know, put this on your phone and have it so that you can actually maybe watch some YouTube videos or, you know, whatever, consume some media. For a phone this large, it's great for that purpose. So having a little kickstand is nice, and it's just got like a two-sided tape on the back. Not really two-sided tape, but I don't know what you call that. I don't know. It's sort of a, I don't know if it's 3M tape is what I meant to say. I mean, it's a two-sided tape. One side's already adhered to the thing, but I don't think it's 3M brand. So once you put that on, you may be stuck with it. You may be able to reposition it, but again, I'm not going to use this right now because my other case has an integrated kickstand. That's my primary case. This is just a case for certain circumstances and situations. Now, I would never use this either, but there is a lanyard included, and that attaches right there, so it's integrated into the case. And if you want to do some research of your own, unless you're already aware of it, there's like a military standard for like drop test protection and different things like that. And this case says that, I think it says it exceeds that, so it meets exceeds, and I believe it's something around the neighborhood of like 6.5 feet roughly drop protection. Also water protection, like 6.5 feet, although I'm not going to advise swimming with your cell phone. It also comes with the little cleaning cloth because, again, almost the entire case is just this clear, plastic, and then the whole front is clear, so you want to be able to keep that clean. And the nice thing that they threw in is this little audio adapter because, yes, this still has a headphone jack. It's a Pokey apple. But the cool thing about that, of course, is it's got like sort of a little rubberized piece right here. So although I'm not probably going to be around the water very much, sometimes you just can't quite reach if you have a headphone that maybe has a shorter jack. So having this there to get around the ports of the case and make sure that you can still get audio is cool. And I think this rubber piece will probably yield a little extra protection as far as the water and dust and everything else. So the inclusion of that was really cool. So they seem to really put a pretty good amount of thought into this case, and the covered areas on this are actually really, really well done. So they take fingernail right there, but you can see, hopefully you can kind of see, it's a pretty good amount of coverage that offers. And getting to the stylus on this thing, it's recessed in there pretty far, but you still do have access to that. So like I said, I think this is like 20 bucks. So pretty impressive for 20 bucks. And a lot of people like to show off, that, like this one's the blue, so that really nice blue color. So to be able to do that, you want a clear case. And this case offers that. It also has the integration of, this protection of the screen, and it has sort of a curve to it, so you have that infinity edge display, curved bezel display, whatever you want to call it, still available. And yeah, other than that, I mean, it seems pretty solid. I'm not going to throw it around or, sit there and go swimming with it or anything like that, but, all the cutouts, all the buttons, everything lines up really, really well. So they did really good in that regard, and all of the cameras and ports and things are easily accessible. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you that. I mean, you can see right there, everything's lined up really well. Hopefully you can see how well that shows up. It's a little dark. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you really quickly. It's just a really nice case for a low amount of money that should work for most people if this is what you're looking for. I primarily am going to use the Unicorn Beetle Pro because it's one of the more rugged cases, and the durability of those cases is really, really good. So I'm just really, that's going to be my primary case. But I wanted to put the phone in this case just to give you an idea of what you could expect. And again, just in functionality, it works fine. It doesn't have a huge amount of bezel coverage here, so when you lay it down flat, it's not going to be like super protective in that regard. But since you have the integrated screen protector, it's not as much of a problem, so you don't have to worry about that as much. Okay, so that's pretty much it. If you want to find out more about the case, there's a link below the video. You can check that out. Okay, thanks.